welcome to Autoga Fuel. I'm AJ, and this is the new Mercedes AMG C63 S E-Performance, now with 680 horsepower. But how it makes that horsepower? We'll get to that in a minute because it has a few tricks up its sleeve. Up front, we have that iconic AMG grille, but you can already notice this is a lot wider than the standard C-Class, and that's because, well, it is. The track has been extended to accommodate tires that are wider to provide more grip. As we go further down, this aggressive bumper also showcases a lot of cooling radiators, and without giving too much away, all of that cooling is required. Another special element that we see right up here is the new AMG logo, which takes center stage right on the front. Along with this cool vent on the hood, along with the power dome, which really emphasizes the power that's underneath. The wheelbase might be the same, but these wheels are bespoke to the C63S. This is a 20-inch rim. This is an optional extra. Standard ones start at 19 inches. This particular car also has a carbon aerodynamic kind of a package. So we have this gorgeous glossy carbon fiber side skirt. And as we go towards the front, this bulging fender on the wheel arch here just emphasizes that sporty character of this car. E-Performance badging. What does E-Performance mean? We'll get to that momentarily. You can see here we have Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. This is 265 section for the front, and we have 275 section at the rear. This particular car also has the optional carbon ceramic disc brakes with the gold colored calipers. Let's address the elephant in the room, or in this case the mouse, because gone is that V8. In its place we have a 2-liter turbo 4 petrol engine and Formula One derived electric hybrid powertrain system. So let's talk a little bit about this because we can really nerd out on all of the technology that's gone into this. So up front we have the longitudinally mounted turbo 4 petrol engine, which is what we've already seen before in the A-Class AMG, the A45, but here it's been modified even further, and it makes now a whopping 476 horsepower, making it yet again the most powerful production 4-cylinder engine in the world. So 2-liter turbo 4 coupled with an electric motor integrated unit on the rear axle. That integrated unit of electric motor, the AMG Power battery pack, and an electronically controlled limited slip differential sits on top of the rear axle. There's also rear axle steering to provide better agility. Now this engine also has an electronically controlled and electronically assisted turbocharger to feed in all the gaps where there is turbo lag. Mated to this is a 9G AMG speed shift multi-clutch transmission, and again a new thing for the new C-Class AMG is a 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system. This allows the new C-Class C63S to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.4 seconds. So really impressive numbers. At the back, well, you see there is a lip spoiler over here, along with a carbon fiber diffuser, quad tailpipes, but they're mostly cosmetic on the outside. The real pipes are just within. Now we saw that this is indeed a hybrid powertrain, so how does that affect the trunk space? Well, as you can see for yourself, it's not too bad actually. So yes, the power pack does impede into the trunk volume, but it is still a very rectangular loading area. And to me, it's a small sacrifice to pay for all that extra performance. What do you think? Two things that you don't get anymore. You don't get the standard C63, it's only the C63S. You also don't get the coupe. This is the only other option apart from the sedan, the estate, the T. Here in this particular version that we see here today, this is a sinister looking matte black finish. It also has different, more aerodynamic design for the rims with the standard brakes with the red caliper. It also doesn't have some of the carbon fiber embellishments like we saw in the silver car, so instead you just have more glossy black trim for the sides. But overall, this is still a lot more aggressive looking than the standard C-Class estate with that widened track and the power bulge on the dome of the hood. Overall, what is your favorite? Do you like the limousine or the sedan, or do you like the estate? Put it down in the comments below. Sitting inside the new C63 S, well, you are treated to a lot of cool graphics. There is definitely a little bit of gamification going on with these controls on the steering wheel, the extra boost mode, which we'll eventually get to try out once we actually get to drive this car. Two things I want to highlight on the steering wheel are the two dials. On the left-hand side, you have quick access to different settings like the traction control or the sound, or even the gearbox. And with the buttons below this, you can quickly change the settings while you're driving. The other control is a dial for the drive mode selector. Now, another important thing that AMG has paid attention to with this new C63S is giving a wider spectrum of usability to the user, because they noticed that most C63 owners don't take it to the track. So they wanted to make it even more comfortable, as well as making it even more sporty. So with this now, there's a lot of different driving modes, like slippery. You also have the individual mode, but now you have battery hold, full electric, comfort, sport, sport plus, and race. And of course, within the race, you can also turn on the drift mode. AMG repeatedly told me the same thing, is that this is a hybrid not to be used as an electric car for long distances, because in fact the pure electric range is only about 13 kilometers. No, this is a hybrid where the hybrid system is used to generate power. So that's kind of how the interior also makes you feel. You have this gorgeous interior lighting, this really nice MBUX touchscreen, a nice screen on the front, and a head-up display, and of course the new gen AMG steering wheel. So how does it all come together? How does the new C63S drive? Because with all of this hybrid tech, it now weighs over 2,100 kilos. Unfortunately, we're both going to have to wait because I can't drive this car here today. But subscribe, because in a couple weeks, we're going to be able to show you how it feels being a co-driver.